Hello and welcome to another episode of Kuch Kartey, bro. So this is the 5th episode that we're doing, and it is about millennials and how we are changing every day, every year, and what to look out for, what not. What are we experiencing mainly as of now? And
mostly related to our bodies
exactly,
and our
minds and how things are changing. And
by the way, who's this dude with us?
fuck you, right? Outsiders not allowed.
Yeah, especially like you need to be 18 or above to be in a podcast.
Yeah.
But you are clearly above 40, so.
He's somewhere between Kamal Hassan and Shashi Tharoor. Like.
हेलो
हेलो ब्रो
भाई लोग कुछ करते हैं ब्रो कुछ करते हैं ब्रो
Okay, this is Sajesh, by the way. This person is Sajesh.
If you're still confused.
The same guy. Should we go back and change our logo? Like,
Oh shit.
The only thing that defines my face was my mustache.
yeah.
So it has been on my face for the past 5 years, bro, and I wanted like to change the scene.
Yeah, bro, that's completely fair. You're
Yeah,
just
that's
pulling your
what
leg
I'm
because it
looking
looks very new and
But
surprising.
why? No, but my only thing is like, okay, it's really great that you're
But that mustache and it was a really good look. Like a really good look. And it didn't make you look older. In fact, it made you look like how old you are.
No, but my thing is, I want to ask you that why are you only working on hair? Like you first cut your hair, this is the long, so he had like really long hair, right?
Yeah.
And this
Which
is
was
like,
also looking
which
really
was
good.
great. Like,
Yeah,
he was looking very
super
good
very
6-7 months back, like really long hair.
I think he's tired of women hitting on him because of his mustache.
Oh my God, that's what happened.
It's like Lechi, you go feel
Man,
attention.
I'm tired
Let's
of
go.
expecting my mustache to get me attention.
It
Now
did
I'm like,
get your
got it
attention.
off.
I don't know if you wanted like every girl to pick up a scorecard or like flash or something. Because that does not happen. But
No, one thing happened to
people
me.
have told me that it looks really good on you. People have told me about you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what happened is I was in Goa like a couple of weeks back, right? So I went to this beach called Kerry Beach. Okay, and it's near Arandu. So Kerry Beach में हमारा cave है, ठीक है? Where you go inside, there are water is coming and stuff like that. So cave, so बहुत beautiful जगह है. And so there was a group of friends that came in, and it's like it's a slippery kind of scene. You have to walk through the rocks, and it gets a bit slippery. So people are trying to find a way and stuff, and also because there were girls, so guys were like हाथ पर पकड़ के उनको लेके जा रहे हैं and stuff, right? So तो हम लोग पहुंच गए, and I was like the last guy. उन लोग ग्रुप है और मैं पीछे खड़ा हूँ, और एक बंदे ने पीछे देखा और उसने क्या मुंह छेड़ दे रहा.
Same thing happened to you in the open air festival, no? Mahindra.
Yeah.
Same thing happened, bro. And okay,
And these reasons for somebody to retain the mustache.
Yeah, enough reasons, bro.
But see, you first cut your
Okay,
hair,
okay,
then
okay.
No, I hear this story.
goatee, then the mustache.
I'm
And the goatees.
getting rid of my hair.
गोटी के बाल भी उड़ा. गोटी के बाल.
So क्या हो गया कि ये जो केव के अंदर जा रहे हैं ना, तो the first guy reached inside. Okay, bro, look at this cave. This is so fucking amazing and stuff. And ये पीछे वाला बोलता है केव छोड़ इसका मुंह देख. Everyone's looking at me like that's what these things happens to me. अगर ऐसा कुछ attention नहीं.
You lost more credibility after that story.
So,
I know it's a big deal for me to look at myself like this because I've
course,
not
yeah,
had
it's
cut it for quite some time.
Shocking.
So
But
looking at my what do you call this?
and I think actually great timing to cut your mustache because it sort of syncs with this topic.
yeah.
Like some changes to happen in the body by age, and this is also by age because we want to.
Some happen
Right.
by this midlife crisis hitting.
There's nothing not related to that at all.
But yeah, I mean,
But technically, midlife crisis has moved earlier. Like it has preponed itself, right?
Midlife is
So-
what? 25?
So I don't even know what it
No.
means.
Yeah.
40.
I think
That the theory says that it's at 40. That it happens at 40.
Oh, is it?
Midlife crisis.
मेरे को लगता
Anyways,
है
I don't know if it's a real thing.
quarter life crisis है.
quarter life crisis, I feel is like this new thing that is,
I think everyone's just existential.
Yeah.
Once a week तो होता ही है सबको.
कम है. फ्रीक्वेंसी ज़्यादा है.
मेरे को लगता है ऐसा कैलकुलेट करना.
Once daily.
One really half an hour.
मतलब ये midlife कैसे person to person vary होना चाहिए. Like how long do you expect you will survive? the kind of lifestyle that you have, the kind of life and the depression, the anxiety, the
And then
stress.
after answering all these questions, oh sorry,
Stress.
you missed your mark.
Fuck, I've crossed 20, 50 तक तो चला लूंगा. 30 हो गया बे. मिड तो चले गए.
there's this person called Kavita Mukhi, who's the pioneer of organic movement in Mumbai. उसके articles में बहुत पढ़ रहा हूँ आजकल. So very interesting, bro. Like she keeps mentioning in her articles that people who smoke and drink and enjoy their life live way longer and have much stress-free lives because they have a outlet to release their frustration and she's a very big proponent on मन मार के कभी जीना नहीं चाहिए. Don't let your taste buds suffer. You should eat what you want to eat, but be conscious about don't overdo it or don't use it as a coping mechanism. But never leave your taste buds hanging or never leave your experience hanging. And the only exercise she recommends, she's like, you can stop going to the gym, you can stop doing yoga, you can stop doing everything if you just get a trampoline. If you get a trampoline and if you just jump 20 minutes a day, you will be clear of any health issues in like your life. So the process is called lymphosizing. Okay. What it does is when you're jumping, so your circulation is properly flowing up and down, and you know cancer happens because of जो गांठ बोलते हैं जो knots. We get knots, no? I think we all have knots in our body. So that lymphosizing means like breaking those knots.
Okay.
So dissolving those knots because you're moving up and down with motion. So you purify your body like that. I think that's amazing, bro. I've started jumping. जगह में ही अभी मैं कूद रहा हूँ. Skipping, हाँ, exactly. So we are thinking of getting a small trampoline.
Skipping one is equivalent to running.
Exactly, and a little bit of skipping is equivalent to a lot of running.
Because all the parts in the body.
Yes. So I think before discussing the problems, we discuss a solution. Just jump 20 minutes a day.
कुछ करो.
Don't jump to conclusions. Jump.
कुछ करो at least यार हिल लो थोड़ा.
And तूने ये जो again I'm so sorry यार वो बाल I can't get. You did this. You were drinking yesterday.
Yeah. Last night.
Today you're hungover, and today you shaved your mustache.
No, while drinking, I had this.
thought. Okay. You worked on it.
Yeah.
Then later on.
Because I was not drinking. I did not drink with like a shave.
Trimmer.
You can reach a razor, but so that also is a topic in itself. That how long do you see yourself coming out of this hangover? Because had this been like few years back,
I did not ever taste hangover. I did not get hangovers until few years back.
I know, right?
Now hangover feels like death. Almost.
Yeah,
you saw me last weekend.
What? You got that?
Last weekend is hangover.
So the last weekend, I thought I was gonna die. I am not even kidding. It was a mix of headache and embarrassment and guilt and I just want to dig a hole and bury my head and what was I thinking? I woke up from that bed and I came out and I just हॉल में सोफे पे आके वापस था. इसने मेरे को बीच में वाला खाना पाव दे मेरे को सोफे and I just had one misal pav.
As in one plate.
Like one plate, 2 pav misal, and I could not have anything else. I was very hungry and I had to travel all the way back home. I went home, I slept, I woke up the next day, and the next day was this huge day. Okay, my day started very early.
So the bookmark cafe thing.
Bookmark cafe, and then plus we had this Nair Samajam ka show going on. So my mom was performing there. So we had to go there, and I walked in. Like my dad saw me the next day in that event wala place. Asked me, why the fuck is your face so swollen? Like I was just left from there. So and मैं जाके खुद को आईने में देख रहा हूँ. I'm like ये नहीं होता था. And now it takes 3. For me, I take 3 days to come out of completely properly to feel that okay, I'm back on.
Whoa, 2 days.
2.5 to 3 days is my
that is something you have to look into because
third days when I go
but the amount of alcohol that he drank that day.
Yeah, that was that night was.
I think that's what the
and he
main
mixed
point
a lot
is.
of drinks.
It's not like drinking is the problem. It's how much we drink and how little control we have over ourselves.
No, मेरा scene था ना कि मतलब what's happening with me at that time really ticks it off. And that day I don't know what I was thinking, but I just mixed everything. And then I had a beer that was only posing itself as a beer. It was not a beer, I feel that. BroCode.
BroCode करके beer
It's
है. It
like-
tastes like wine and it has 15%
Fucking-
alcohol. Bro.
What the fuck is that?
Yeah, BroCode करके there is a beer and
It's like made to destroy the world or
yeah.
something.
So it's like you've had port
It's
wine.
like legally available?
Yeah.
Okay.
Port
It
wine
tastes
1000.
like port wine 1000 only.
उसको fish डाल दिया है.
Okay, so it's not beer, it's sparkling wine.
No, it's
Beer.
beer. But
What?
Yeah.
It tastes more like mead.
I
Okay,
went there
okay.
and I was like, okay, I want to have beer. So it's like, yeah, sir, 5+1 chalo. Sold. Give me that. BroCode.
Yeah, mixing is a big problem.
And then the hard drinks, then the beer, and then I was like,
So, bro, you remember in
And
college days?
that's when I realized I am not very everything.
Bro, तू तेरा सस्ता विस्की दे, तू तेरा अच्छा विस्की दे, तू वोडका दे, तू
अच्छा
बियर
इसका
दे.
beer नहीं.
नहीं, थोड़े लोग के पास होता था.
नहीं वो सब मतलब you're going on a IV जा रहा है या फिर
हाँ.
outing जा रहा है. That's when the good stuff used to come
Yeah,
because
yeah.
everybody would chip in a lot of money.
हाँ,
And
थोड़ा
then
सिग्नेचर वगैरह एंटी पीने के.
anti-cutie. और सब लोग वो टाइम पे अल्कोहल कैसे लेते थे कि सब लोग ने चिप इन कर लिया तो बोला ओके 2 बोतल अच्छा आएगा 2 बोतल
हाँ.
मीडियम आएगा 5-6 बोतल खराब सस्ती दारू लो.
गटर वाला माल.
He introduced us to green label 180 रुपए.
Oh,
वो केमिकल पी रहे थे अपन.
ये सब तुम लोग बोल रहे हो मगर 2 साल उसी पे निकालेंगे.
हाँ, तो वो तो बोल रहा है.
Green label and 8 PM. वो fuck वो गंदा
और ये भाई साहब का तो सेहत देखा था.
खत्म सिंह लुका टोनी.
Somalian pirates. मैं इतना खाता था ब्रो मेरे को पता नहीं किधर जाना.
हाँ बे, ये फोन पे बोलता था राशन खत्म कर दिया है घर का.
क्या करना है ना वो जो वीडियो का जो ऐसा एक थंबनेल वाला फोटो शूट करके डालना है.
नहीं, I think we should leave that in the past. Let's not, because it scares me to watch that.
But we can
picture.
use the audio of that.
He's like the poster child for UN. Save Africa.
But you know, एक और एक scene है. So I have these friends of mine. Now of course like after school, college के बाद में तो bro sports से तो कुछ नाता रहा है. Full completely ठीक है. I was मेरे को field sales करना पड़ता
अपना नहीं रहा है, but लोग अभी भी खेल रहे हैं.
अपने लिए. Like I'm just talking about myself at least. कि I used to do field sales initially. So there was a lot of movement that used to
Walking
happen.
around.
You know, I used to walk around an entire territory, this, that, etc., etc. But after that, it turned into a proper desk job.
Desk job, right?
And just office के अंदर का work.
Yeah, we start managing it.
हाँ. So now the thing is, my goal in a day is कि मैं 10,000 step कर पाऊंगा कि नहीं within office के और इसमें. लेकिन मैं ऑफिस में मलाड तक जाता तो इजीली हो जाता था. So, but I have these other friends of mine, okay, and they've still kept in touch with their sports. I have friends who play football even now and are running clubs, and they also go out drinking when we all meet. But you know, the effort, like you can see the next day the difference. Like I cannot survive. Mera like
Yeah,
this is
bro,
death. But they are also. I mean, it's difficult for them,
But they should-
but not as bad.
But उन लोग इतना ज़्यादा नहीं पीते. ये पीते.
अरे फटे पीते लोग.
No, so for me also, if I have a horrible hangover, it takes me 5 hours to recover.
5 hours.
Yeah, 5 hours to recover. But those 5 hours are hell for me. But I'll still be working, I'll be doing everything, and within 4 hours I'll start feeling fine. With 5 hours I'll be fine. Because I have this routine, daily routine of exercise. Where
Okay.
and I have daily routine of exercise, meditation, chanting. I do all this. Like this whole week was very dull because I was very busy and I could do only maybe 2 days of it. But at least 5 days a week I do this.
Okay.
And even if it's just 1 hour a day, it changes my life.
Right.
And then I can easily drink as much as I want. But obviously there should be a limit. I think like the other day I was drinking with Nirmit. We were just sitting and at 11 o'clock my gut told me this is the right time to stop. But then Kida, and then that Kida took me to 2 o'clock, and the next day I was hopelessly fine.
Yeah. And you know these people, they say that मतलब 2 पैक 3 पैक पी के ना मस्त नींद आता है दारू पीने.
I think they're lying.
मेरे को तो आज तक लिख के 2 पैक पी लेना बच्ची कुची नींद भी गायब. क्या करने का आज? क्या सीन संगीत?
दो पैक की नींद गायब.
बच्ची कुची नींद में बोला अब तो शाटा नींद नहीं आता. So that is a clear signification. The reason I brought it up was because clear signification that you have to, earlier when you're younger you could still afford to not work on yourself on a regular basis health wise.
Yeah.
But right now, I mean, we are at this age. I mean, millennials.
Sensitive.
You have to start doing that.
You
Otherwise,
have to.
you will really see visible, effects and
Yes.
be it on your face.
Because now it's like you're building your foundation for the next how many ever years you want you will stay alive.
Yeah.
Say 20 years, 30 years. Now is the time you're building your foundation because so HGH is the growth hormone. Growth hormone concentration is much lesser after 30. Like to produce that growth hormone, you have to work on it.
Yeah.
From 20 to 30 and before that, it's pumped into you because you're playing, you're having fun, you are fed well, and you know things are different. But now things are really on manual mode. They are not on autopilot. So for me, the most important thing is looking after my gut health in whatever small way I can. So the smallest thing I do is have buttermilk, chas, dark. So after every meal, after every lunch, I have a full glass of buttermilk, which I hated till today.
What are you saying?
I hated curd, yogurt. I never had it in my life. But now I know the importance of it because it really helps to create the good bacteria. If you're vegan, you can have kombucha. Or there are many options for vegans. You can have kombucha and you can... I think veganism is a very dicey territory because you need to especially take care of supplements.
But because of being vegan, I had like real issues with my gut. Pehle. Like irrespective of me drinking or not, in general, मेरे को नहीं होता था. There was a lot of issues with gut. But after turning into a vegan, because मेरा diet बहुत balance हो गया
and simpler food,
and I don't eat much also in general.
Yeah.
तो मेरे को वो territory मेरे को देखना ही नहीं पड़ता because I know what I'm going to eat.
It's healthy.
वो I make sure that it's healthy and very least effort डाल के बनाने वाला चीज़ बनाता हूँ and क्या बोलते हैं और बहुत कम खाता हूँ, मैं एकदम कम खाता हूँ ऐसा बिकॉज़ जितना सर्वाइव करने के लिए जितना मैं खाता हूँ.
Yeah.
Right, because मैं काम भी
I think that's not anything to do with veganism. That's just your mindset that's changing. Because I'm the same way. I'm not a vegan, but I'm doing the same thing. I eat as much as I need to eat.
Because you don't expel energy. मतलब जो half an hour 1 घंटे का workout होता है, उसमें कितना ही अपन उसके लिए कितना ही खाना मेरे को नहीं लगता जरूरी है.
You don't need to unless if your plan is to gain, that's a different story.
I don't need to. But मैं बोलता कि sedentary life के लिए नहीं चाहिए ज़्यादा. क्योंकि इसको अगर तू खाते हुए दिखेगा तो वो बचपन वाला सीन याद आता है कि he's never content. खाना मोर आ रहा है या फिर कुछ जा रहा है खाना लेके तो उसको तो वो भी खाना है. वो सीन नहीं होता है.
हाँ bro, मतलब portion control मेरे को नहीं है.
No, but you must have noticed I do that sometimes when we go out to eat. I eat a lot sometimes because that's my mood and that's fine because some days I want to eat more and most days I'm eating less. But if I'm in the mood, then I'll fucking keep eating, bro.
I don't have that. मेरा होता ही नहीं.
But I understand what you say. Like, stop looking into my plate. But yeah, bro. मतलब मेरा एक सीन है कि हम लोग एक घर पे ना bro, पोर्शन कंट्रोल तो मतलब सिखाया नहीं और हम लोग को बचपन से बड़ा ही कैसा क्या मालूम है क्या? Both me and my brother कि खत्म करना है. आज ये बना इसको खत्म और my parents don't eat much. As they are growing older, they've really and they've stopped eating meat. And बहुत कुछ कट ऑफ कर दिया उनके डाइट से. बट मेरे घर पे रोज मीट बनता है. Every single day.
This is in your hands to change.
But it is not chicken or like it's fish. Every day there is a fish.
That is fine. I'm saying portion control का जो scene है, that's up to you to make.
Exactly, but it is so innately not existing in us. तो हम लोग के घर पे ना ये जो खाना बनता है ना bro, तो घर वाले they keep it right. अभी lunch हो गया, dinner. तो when we sit, ये रखा है ये खत्म करो आज. पूरा कल दूसरा बनाने का ये हो. अरे खत्म नहीं करने तक दिल भी लग खत्म कर.
But you बोला कि you're sleeping a lot more. That मतलब that is really important. We discredit sleep a lot. At least Indians do.
Yeah.
And
it's the most
equally
stupidest fucking thing.
Yeah.
It's the most dumbest thing.
हम लोग को लगता है कि सोना बहुत लोग बोलते हैं because मैं बहुत ज़्यादा सोता हूँ. In general life, मैं कोई ट्रिप पे भी जाऊँगा तो I make sure that I sleep well ताकि I can party or whatever we intend to do. And people are like look down. कितना सोता है bro तू घर सोने के लिए?
उन लोगों को एक चमाट
अरे वो एक बंदा रहता ही है ना. तू यहाँ पे सोने के लिए आएगा.
But no, see that is a different thing altogether. But there's this new hustle culture.
Exactly.
And these guys, it's not like these guys are killing it and they are billionaires or something. चूतिए ही है वो लोग. वो लोग ये सब Instagram channel follow करके ना दिमाग में गोची करके बैठे. Yeah, borrowed knowledge. They have no brains. Like one of my very close friends who I'm not going to name now. I used to tell him, bro, I'm just going to have a nap. I'll call you back. It's like, bro, naps are for old people, man. Now वो खुद ही naps ले रहे हैं. Because your brain does not develop. And you become frustrated. Your body does not develop.
Don't get sleep. No, मतलब मेरे को ये तो पता ही नहीं था कि your testosterone level also drops. So for example, if you don't get enough sleep, let's say 6 hours a day or 7 hours a day is like the ample amount that you need every day. If you don't get that, so your testosterone, for example, if you're 30 now, your testosterone level will be of a 40-year-old level. So which is very fucked up. That means less energy, less motive to will to
That's
live
a
also.
super toxic view of life, bro. कि काम ज़्यादा करो, सो कम. You know, build your like you can build your empire even while having 7 hours of sleep. Just be more efficient.
Exactly.
Just
People
do
have
it.
just moved to like there has been so much of hustle culture and मतलब इतना ज़्यादा भी लोग बात कर रहे हैं ना उसके बारे में entrepreneurship, startups and stuff.
Which is a good thing.
Which is a good
Which is a great thing.
But
Like,
It's not directed.
No. अभी क्यों पता है क्या? So for example, if you look at like a startup or let's say an entrepreneur, now अभी सबसे इसमें epitome पे कौन? Let's example Elon Musk है. Elon Musk ने एक दिन बोला कि I don't sleep much. I sleep 3 or 4 hours a day. Right? तो उन लोग बोलते हैं he does not sleep. तो I also. तो ये जो है फिर बाद में उसको propagate करते everyone starts talking about it.
yeah.
Right?
Bro, even in our country,
Modi ji se-
Sadhguru, Modi, they all talk like that. No, they sleep 3-4 hours. I don't know. Maybe they have a body which can support that, or maybe they genuinely need that. But we are not like that.
Yeah, exactly.
We don't have amazing daily routine of exercise and meditation. Maybe we are not that tuned. Maybe when we become that
the
tuned,
point is that we should not force ourselves to not sleep. Because
and you should not ape what someone else is doing.
Exactly.
Because their bodies are different.
Bodies
Bodies
are
are different.
Very
The way
different.
of
सब कुछ
life
अलग
is
है.
different.
सब कुछ अलग है.
और मेरे को लगता है कि मिनिमम जो है ना वो करना चाहिए.
हाँ bro.
क्योंकि अपना बॉडी का एक ही टाइम है जब ब्रेन को वैसे भी तो आराम मिलता नहीं है.
हाँ.
It's working, it's cleaning of shit, but उतना तो देना चाहिए ताकि focus on like
Yes.
actually cleaning up shit. ये भी होता है कि you do not sleep instantly after क्या बोलते हैं
After eating.
after eating. Right? Because बहुत ज़्यादा एनर्जी उधर जाता है तो टेक योर टाइम बैठो फिर बाद में सो वो सब बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है.
हाँ.
मैंने एक चीज रियलाइज करे कि तुम कहीं भी जा ट्रिप पे ठीक है चल गोवा भी चले गए. मैं अभी गोवा में रियलाइज किया चीज कि खाना खाने का अचानक ठंडी लगता है.
हाँ bro. हाँ.
Yeah.
I noticed this in Melbourne because Melbourne is a very cold place. And when you're entering the restaurant, you're okay. You're at a normal temperature. As soon as you come out of it, you're feeling so cold because obviously all the fire gets concentrated to your belly to burn your food.
Yeah.
And then that means that there's not much in your body.
डिस्ट्रीब्यूटेड नहीं
Distributed
रहता.
नहीं
सारा
रहता है.
इधर कंसंट्रेट हो जाता है.
Concentrate हो जाता है.
बॉडी के इधर जो क्या बोलते हैं कंसंट्रेशन नहीं रहता है.
हाँ.
फिर ब्रेन टू मतलब जो टेम्परेचर लेवल मेंटेनेंस होता है. तो दैट इज व्हाई यू सडनली स्टार्ट फीलिंग कोल्ड.
So
Yeah.
I never like.
मैंने रियलाइज किया
I
होती
noticed
फिर
that.
उसने मेरे को
Yeah,
दूसरे को
bro.
बताया चीज.
It happens like if you're in a cold place, it'll be easier to notice. Just like without a jacket before dinner, and then after dinner, just try to step out again.
Okay.
Your hands will start feeling colder, legs will start feeling colder, because all your fire gets concentrated in your belly. You burn that, digest that, start digestion.
So other than
Interesting.
what are the shifts that have happened? मतलब एकदम तुम लोग जैसे hangovers like hangovers कि हम
Such a
लोग
prime thing.
The first thing I know.
पूरा दिन गायब हो
नहीं यार
जाता
वो
है.
बहुत खराब है.
I think the reason we spoke about hangovers so much is because it's a very strong indicator of everything else that can go wrong and that has changed, because your processing has slowed down, no? And that HGH thing, growth hormone, your gut, everything is going on manual mode, where you have to build it yourself and you have to be careful about what you're putting in your body. And I think also mental health. Like you need to be careful what you put inside your brain, because it's so easy to get information,
That's such
bro.
a good point.
Bro, it's so easy to just anything you need, it's right there.
also there's no filter
There's
of
no-
what kind of information
Yeah,
you're
man.
getting. So much information, there's no filter of what is right. मतलब
Yeah.
पता भी नहीं credibility क्या है information. एक टाइम के बाद ना, for example, you might have seen your dad, possibly अभी तेरी mom का भी देखो दिखता रहेगा कि they can't sleep for longer.
Yeah.
वो
हो जाता है because अपने दिमाग में मतलब वो सस्टेनेबल मॉडल नहीं होता है कि स्लीप को प्रॉपर्ली सस्टेन कर पाए.
And maybe they need lesser sleep, because
Because
even
they're
my
not
granddads
functioning much, no.
used to sleep very less.
तो मेरे घर पे भी मैं देखता हूँ कि वो पार्ट्स में सोते हैं, मतलब मेरे को दोपहर को they'll have another 3 घंटे
वो दोपहर को सो के भी रात को सो सकते हैं.
रात को वापस से थोड़ा टाइम,
हाँ.
मतलब कहीं पे भी सो सकते हैं. बैठे किधर बैठा. Oh God, I'm so sorry, but so today me, dad and mom, everybody we left, right? Like चलो बाहर जाके आते CST जा रहे. So we took the train. तो dad बैठा ऐसा सीट मिला, बाजू में एक बंदा बैठा था रे. he started speaking to him about something like that struck a conversation like अच्छा and he started वो interested हो गया bro वो बता रहा imagine तू बता रहा है मेरे को एक story तो मेरा dad ऐसा बैठा 2 minutes later and then there's one guy sitting in between the two of them. So ना he like तो सो गया then he turned to like अच्छा मैं किधर से आया
तेरे में कंटिन्यू हो गया
ये उन दोनों डैड और उसके बीच में एक और एक बंदा बैठा था तो वो टर्न करके उससे बात करना चाहिए मेरा बाप चुपचाप भारी मोमेंट था तो I've seen him like my dad can sleep anywhere bro सोफे पे बैठा सोफे पे बाहर नीचे पार्क में गया पार्क के टेबल पे बैठा सो जाएगा तो and again हाँ रात को भी he'll sleep for 3-4 hours he'll wake up again फिर उसके बाद में सुबह उठेगा वापस से देखेगा वगैरह फिर वापस से थोड़ा मतलब वही है पार्ट्स में सो रहे सब लोग
वो नहीं होता है तो मैं अभी जैसे तू सोया था अभी दोपहर को मैं अगर मैं दोपहर को सोऊंगा रात को घंटा नींद नहीं आना मुझे होता ही नहीं है तो फिर मैं रात भर जगूंगा फिर आई मेक श्योर दैट स्लीप ऑन टाइम सो दैट आई मेक माय राइट तो वो जो चीज को बैलेंस करने के लिए यू गेट द राइट अमाउंट और कभी कभी ना इतना फटे नींद आता दोपहर को मेरे को मैं सो लिया ना तो फिर मेरा पूरा हफ्ता वो जो बैलेंस लाने का सर्केडियन रिदम के लिए लड़े लगे तो हम लाइक वर्किंग वैसे से करते हुए काम कर रहा
होता है
नहीं होता फिर बाद में फाइनली आई ट्राई टू मैनेज एंड जैसे 7-8 बज गए ना बोला अब जल्दी सो के जल्दी उठूंगा फटाफट काम करो बट वो रिदम नहीं आता
एंड वो बहुत अननोइंग है लाइक सेम सीन ब्रो अगर मैं गेट दैट बैक यू नीड द नेक्स्ट हॉलीडे ताकि तू उसको बोलता है ना यू विल आफ्टरनून में तू एक एक्टिविटी ऐड कर देगा
एग्जैक्टली
सो टू अवॉइड you can't do that during Monday to Friday because you're working so what I usually do to get that back on my cycle is कि ये मंडे को मैं सोऊंगा नहीं I'll go out I'll do something so that I will be awake and I'll get more tired by the time it is night and then I'll fall asleep
getting tired is key
so the thing is but this was never ever like this thought process of planning to fall asleep never existed
exactly
you never needed it no you never needed to think that much about these things
exactly it just used to like so like I see my brother he's 21-22 right now right कभी भी किधर भी कैसा भी कैसा शॉट है के भी and just the way you spoke about sleep the same is something that's happening to me in terms of food bro earlier I could have anything और मैं हजम कर लेता था उसको मैं बाहर गया मैं पानी पूरी खाएगा समोसा खाएगा दुनिया भर का स्वीट खाऊंगा सब खाऊंगा it did not matter to me मतलब my stomach was not delicate
fortress
हाँ मतलब full muscle है bro समझ रहा है
ऐसा खुद अंदर भी दांत है
इधर और अंदर भी दांत है वैसा सब हजम कर लेता बट अभी नहीं होता मतलब अगर मैं
तो गाता है
तो सोच वो एक सीन है ब्रो मतलब मैं अभी मतलब मेरे को डर लगता है कभी कभी हाँ भाई मैं रोड साइड उधर से पानी पूरी खाता हूँ कभी कभी तो मेरे को टेंशन आता है मैं सोचता हूँ ये मेरे को बैकफायर कर सकता है
मेरा तो क्या मैं शाम को कभी समोसा नहीं समोसा खाता ही नहीं क्योंकि मेरे को मालूम है कि समोसा का एसिडिटी होएगा लौड़ा लहसुन ये एक ही
एसिडिटी एक सीन है ब्रो दैट इज आल्सो मतलब एसिडिटी होता है
and actually you have to just be very careful of where we eat from बहुत सारे लोग ना वही तेल में फ्राई करते रहते हैं लोग I had this one pure ghee samosa I had samosa chaat I felt light after that like this is the one पांडुप में ये जगह क्या मस्त था ब्रो पहली बार समोसा चाट खा के विद छोले एंड समोसा तो इन योर हेड वाला ये खाने के बाद तो और ऐसा होने वाला That was amazing
ऐसा सब करना पड़ता ऐसा चलते
कुछ हो रहा नहीं है उससे
कुछ नहीं it's just मेरे को अंदर दुख रहा तो मैं ऊपर से उसको और दर्द दूंगा
works a little I guess it relieves a little bit but why do you want to put yourself in that position to drink I mean if you're like I've seen some people who carry with them when they go to eat like what
no but some people मतलब किसी का जो बैलेंस नहीं होता है गुड बैक्टीरिया वाला सीन जो है ना किसी का it gets fogged up शायद
no some people just don't care bro. There's a certain age of people who don't care like we if someone who's like 14 right now who's watching us they'll be like ये बच्चा लोग क्या ऐसा क्या बात कर रहे हैं बुढ़ा हो गया but no we starting to care because we don't want to
it's a good sign
it's a good sign and we want to have a enhanced life like we don't want just to live और we don't want वो खा के दवाई वगैरह लेके, because देखा है यार वो कितना लोगों
And
के
plus वो 40 था तो when he was 30 his lifestyle was not as sedentary probably that
Probably
work
not,
from
yeah,
home and
correct.
system लेके बैठे
Correct.
हैं and वो
They have to get out every day.
different worlds.
No, even if I work from home, every 10 minutes I get off my chair. Every 10 minutes I get up. I'll just go out, see what mom is doing, just
For
crack
me,
a
same.
joke with her and come back.
मेरा सीन है कि I have like 30 to 40 calls a day. और मैं कभी बैठ के बात ही नहीं कर सकता.
Yeah, that's the best. Bro.
मैं वही करता हूँ. Unless and until कोई टीम्स में कोई प्रेजेंटेशन दिखा रहा चुका, तो मैं बैठ के देखूंगा.
You know, now like watching porn also becomes a problem. Like after a particular age.
I think porn का एक सबसे बड़ा
Porn is a
फालतू
very
तरीका
fucked
बताया.
up thing.
You do not understand this subconsciously it changes your life.
Yeah, it does.
जो तुम स्क्रीन पे देखते हो and you have that moment with you do not enjoy it
Yeah.
because you are enjoying only it on screens but वो नहीं मिल रहा है मतलब वो जो hype porn देता है ना मतलब it's like after snorting cocaine if you are going to smoke a cigarette मतलब you are expecting कि मेरे को cocaine वाला चढ़ेगा वो वाला इतना distant होता है वो चीज़ कि porn से जो मिल रहा है this is not something that I'm getting with my actual physical real sex जो porn से
Because we have like messed with our own wiring by watching porn in the first
That
place.
is why मैं तो I consume I indulge into porn but बहुत कम अभी बहुत
Yeah,
कम
that's really
for the
neat.
amount
It's
of
like it's the same like मतलब शक्तिमान देख के बिल्डिंग से कूदेगा तो मतलब ऐसा बचेगा थोड़ी यार मरेगा ही ना वही सीन है.
नहीं but कुछ तो
No,
रहेगा
and porn is very exaggerated. Everything is like it's very exaggerated in all senses, from the body to the scene to the sounds to the angles and to what they are made to do. It's very exaggerated. So it's not
so
meant to
it's
be
not
like
for example let's say if I go to a porn website and there is a 20-hour clip okay you're not watching for
what the fuck.
20-hour clip?
20-minute clips or 20 minutes
I was just like what marathon jumping off.
it's a 20-minute clip okay ऐसा नहीं कि you're watching the 20-minute
No,
clip and
no.
then shagging off and stuff you're like fast forward कर रहे हैं
That's the problem because you have control over it. You have control over what category you choose, or
Yeah.
what person you choose, what skin tone you choose, what position you choose, you have so many bifurcations that you get exactly your fantasy delivered to you at some taps.
उसमें भी you're like next page
Next
अरे
page,
यार that's the most fuck
And yeah, I think that's where most of the problem comes.
I kind of taken myself off of the whole porn thing for quite some time.
That's good, bro.
Like,
I
don't remember the last time.
really
Yeah.
Nice.
So and it बहुत फर्क पड़ता है bro.
It does. Like
मतलब
for me, stopping videos has been the biggest transformation. That's why images I still like
Bro, जब
watching.
गवर्नमेंट ने बैन किया था ना बोला कि प्लीज करो someone stop
Someone stop.
मुझसे नहीं हो पाएगा so the problem is ना कि a lot of क्या बोलते हैं relationship coaches on not this is not like from Instagram and stuff okay 5 साल पहले की बात है there was a lot of propagation of this is the Facebook time also lot of propagation about you should be watching porn right
Really?
lot of videos bro lot of health experts and मतलब जो
Oh yeah, I've seen those videos that an average man should be, releasing his sperm so many times in a week.
That's masturbation.
Masturbation.
You're talking about actual watching porn. People
yeah, you
were
should
recommending-
indulge in it so that you'll understand how you can
Like
release
porn
your-
as a channel was supported, like
yeah
to do that.
yeah porn was supported because बोलते हैं कि it is good for your mental health because not everyone gets action right so if you are deprived of action and that particular feeling in general so you should have that but possibly there is
Bro,
a
I
limit
think
to
the-
doing
yeah.
that also.
Yeah,
The
it is,
thing is
right.
moderation. If you're doing anything in moderation, it's fine. When it becomes a problem, is
But-
when you overdo it.
मतलब with such good internet and such big
Bro,
library
that's
of
the discipline part. And I was reading about this term called delayed gratification. So delayed gratification is when you allow yourself time before you gratify yourself. Porn does not give you that. Porn gives you instant. Even social media gives you instant gratification. So porn as an industry might be fucked up, but
So yeah, industry
No.
very fucked up. Like
yeah, as an industry it might be
Mia
fucked.
Khalifa also
Yeah.
she got out of porn industry and she is like please do not get into this
Yeah.
please do not watch porn do not give them money because this is fucked up. We are fucking up our bodies to make porn, and then you are fucking up your mind watching it. So it's a whole vicious cycle. ऐसा वो बता रहे हैं. She's like a very big propagator of the fact that it's a bad
industry, and she even said that it's very weird the way Arabs treat sex. I mean porn. I won't say sex, porn, because she's like my biggest crowd of people. My biggest audiences are the Arabs.
Yeah.
So it's very weird that
and for
it's such a big taboo and it's
exactly.
banned and everything.
And one of the biggest अगर तू देख रहा है porn का viewing कब सबसे ज़्यादा कहाँ से होता है? Viewership is majorly from Arab countries, Pakistan and India.
Really?
Yeah.
So there's also this one more point which I have noticed is that there is a very high number of heart attacks that are happening at a younger age.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I have personally lost friends to it.
Yeah.
And they were like 32, 33. I have a friend of mine who suffered a heart attack and he came out of it. So he's literally living.
He's our age.
He's just 1 year elder to us. So he's actually like, this is my second life, and he's dwelled into following his art, and he's completely like transformed a lot of things in his life. He literally says it, this is my second life. And there is this thing that I was talking to one of my friend, she's a doctor, so she was like, actually, like when heart attack younger लोगों को जब होता है, the chances of them surviving is very less in comparison. In comparison to like when it happens later on. That's what she said.
That's very interesting.
Yeah, so like I didn't get into the details of it, but I found that very interesting. However, the fact remains that yes, there is a high number of
that is happening. For
it's
sure.
happening. So it is alarming, and I mean, I'm sure that even whoever has experienced it at that age also felt they are as fit as how we feel we are. So
probably, and that's debatable.
There's a lot of heart attacks happening during COVID. Look, there are a lot of
like my cousin passed away because of a heart attack.
So बहुत लोग बोलते हैं कि this is because of vaccination also. The vaccination जो है उसकी वजह से heart attacks बहुत ज़्यादा हो रहे हैं.
I think I don't think that's the case.
But people are relating it to the
bro, and like one.
But if you've read or possibly looked at the statistics also, this is not only in India. This is across the world. कि vaccination जैसी जो trial चालू हो गया ना उसके बाद फट करके बहुत ज़्यादा heart attacks हो गया in the younger generation.
Okay.
अभी तुमने रिसेंटली नवरात्रि का भी वीडियो देखा रहेगा. गाय मतलब इन हिज 32 का ही रहेगा. वो नाचते गिर गया. मतलब हार्ट अटैक से मर गया. तो बहुत ज़्यादा हो रहा है मतलब.
Bro, and the fact also is now information spreads faster. So these things were probably happening,
but
we find out about it. Yeah. So there's this podcast by this company called Gimlet, Reply All, which I asked you to, like I keep recommending you guys to watch it. So they did an episode about Joe Rogan, about how Joe Rogan got this controversial scientist who was talking about the ill effects of vaccination. And these guys are insane, okay? They contact like health officials from Hong Kong and Wuhan because of Wuhan's proximity to Hong Kong. And they spoke to all of them. They are like, see, the situation is out of 1,000 people, if one person has a side effect, it spreads like fire. But there are 999 people who are doing okay.
Yeah.
So that's the age of information we live in, which is skewing ahead.
Yeah,
and it's giving us tension also.
And that one person can use is a big clickbait.
It is, bro. Of course, it sells so much. Like, even if you as a person or you as an influencer talk about it, you automatically get more traction. So why will you not talk about it? More people will look at you and talk. So science is not doing wrong, I think. And I was the most like flat earther. I am coming from that space and I'm trying to understand what's happening. Because whatever sells, people talk about it.
Yeah.
And this another interesting thing I read when we were doing our research is what really is needed in this age to retune your health, and what can also help your heart is HIIT training, high intensity.
Yeah.
So
explosive
training, because we had that in our lifestyle at an earlier age.
Exactly.
We used to play. And we should play and suddenly start running, then stop and then chill and then suddenly start running again and keep. So high intensity is a natural thing. But now we have to program ourselves to do it again and again.
I think the trampoline is the best thing to do.
For that again,
is the best, because my brother went to this bounce thing. Bounce naam ka jagah hai na? And he's like, I went on the trampoline. So my brother's 19 years old. And he's like, my heart started beating so fast, I thought I was going to die. And then I got used to it, and then my heart stabilized. And I think a heart needs that high intensity, bro. It needs high intensity. That's why whenever I run uphill. And I go through hell, like like, it's like I don't like go get down on the floor or anything, but it's very difficult to run uphill and then get down and run uphill again, because I know that gives me a lot of benefit, and I sleep like a baby after that.
Yeah, that's the
I
best.
sleep like a baby. I eat well, I sleep like a baby, and I feel calm. I don't get urge to drink or to smoke or anything like that.
And that it gives you a high. Like
It
that
does.
that
It
time
does.
after a workout actually gives you a high.
Yeah.
Like I told you, right? I'm also trying to get back onto
Yes,
working
yes.
out and everything at home. So what I try to do is basically like could be floor exercises, whatever, but I try to add a jump on that. Like
Yeah. Some people
even
get a heart
you're
pumping,
doing a
bro.
squat, then you do 3, 4, the fifth one, give it a jump and then land back on your feet and again go the next 4. Then the fifth one. Or do burpees. Burpees is again the best one too. It covers everything, like every...
Bro, so that high you were talking about and also that relaxing feeling after working out.
Afterwards.
I read about why this happens. So what happens is when you're working out or when you are doing any form of exercise, you're damaging your tissues. Essentially, you're rupturing your tissues so that they become stronger.
Yeah.
So what happens is as soon as you rupture your tissue or when you work out and your tissues get inflamed, your body releases endorphins, which is like a natural drug, which is the high, which is what morphine does to people. So this is a natural way of getting high, and that's very pleasurable. It's very pleasurable, and you're building your body also.
And you see the difference on your face after.
You
can
glow,
see
man.
you glowing. Your skin is changing. Your dark circles come lag raha hai, sab kuch, and you just...
What was the point?
टेंशन नहीं आता bro, लाइफ की छोटी चीजों के बारे में like it's okay,
The
whatever.
point is the only 2 forms of getting fat out of your body is air and water. Right? There is no other way. You cannot shit fat or anything like that. Right? So जितना भी तुम करते हो, तुम जितना सांस ले लो उससे तुम्हारा फैट जा रहा है, पसीने से फैट जा रहा है. पसीने से क्या हो रहा है बेस्ट कि तुम मतलब और एयर से भी हो तुम ज्यादा ऑक्सीजन ले लो, just very good, right?
More you release CO2. I had seen CO2 जितना जाता है.
Yeah, bro, there was this TED talk
and it
about
was
it.
so nicely explained कि मतलब. So and he says that it doesn't mean that you just keep expect to. No, you have to like it has to break down in your body and then that's when you
sweat your your pores get cleaned.
Yes.
And so it
This
brings out the
release
natural
toxins and all.
it really मतलब basically naturally तू अपन लोग face scrub लौड़ा लहसुन ये सब करते हो उसके बदले just sweat it out and then have a good
It's like that acidity हुआ तो बाहर से मार रहा है. It's like fixing problems from outside.
Superficially.
Yeah, superficially.
So that is a good thing. I mean, for what I know, back when we used to be in college, तो हम लोग क्या करते थे कि हम लोग पहाड़ पे जाते थे for some activity.
daily
to have hamburgers.
And we used to
So we used to have hamburgers and we used to do daily. मतलब हर दिन हम लोग वो hamburger खाने के लिए
और मुलुंड स्टेशन से चल के थाने जाते थे, फिर चढ़ना चालू करते थे.
I remember college में you used to walk a lot, like you
हम लोग पवई से
घर पे तुम लोग चल के आ रहे, cycle कर रहे and walking was a very common thing.
I just love walking.
One for being in college, again being heavily underfunded. I used to save a lot of money.
Yes.
And plus it became this thing where सब दोस्त
very enjoyable, bro.
चोरी करते करते चलते थे रोज. कोई भी मस्ती कर रहा है. I still remember मैं कॉलेज से निकल के निर्मल जाना भी for example. We never took a rickshaw from Nahur or Mulund or anything. We used to walk all the way. We used to do that 1 hour walk, 45 minutes walk, हंसते अरे अब तो यहाँ पे पहुंचा अभी it's still there and you reach there and then you go to your McDonald's में बैठे हाँ भाई पहुंच गए and then you're there chilling again eating फिर वापस चल के station.
Apparently your body produces electricity when you walk. So your body is like a dynamo. So how tires rotate and headlights light up, your body generates electricity. That's why it's the worst thing you can do is wear rubber soles, which we do throughout. In college, I used to have days once a month or something. I used to come to college without shoes.
Yeah, I know.
And just like because I was like Jain people are doing it, so I can.
Bro, this thing has hit me hard, man. So what happened is, जो मेरा एक्चुअल घर था उधर से जब से मूव हो गया टू बेटर प्लेसेस राइट रेंटिंग प्लेसेस
फ्रॉम द हुड
या फ्रॉम द हुड गली से जब गली से निकल के मैं ऐसा थोड़ा अच्छी जगह पे रहने लग गया ना तो उसमें क्या कि तुम्हें घर पे थोड़ा सा मेंटेन करना पड़ेगा यू कैन नॉट जस्ट वॉक इन एंड हैव लाइक डू इट इट्स डिफिकल्ट टू क्लीन बिकॉज़ बिगर हाउसेस एंड स्टफ सो मैं चप्पल पहनने लगा ठीक है नया ट्रेंड बट मैंने ना बहुत गंदा एक्सपीरियंस करके जैसे मैंने ये आदत बन गया और मैं सिर्फ बेयरफुट चला ना आई स्टार्टेड गेटिंग पेन And that is when मतलब मैंने पिछले एक साल से छोड़ दिया, मैं घर पे नहीं पहनता चप्पल because I want to walk barefoot. और that is very good experience. तूने एक जब बताया था कि जो circulation जो है
and earthing happens
जो होता है,
Yeah.
and it is really necessary. You have to exchange electricity or energy
Yes.
with the world
Yes.
to have
Through your feet,
to be one with
to
it,
be one with
Yes.
it, right? So ये rubber तो you know that it is
The
like a
worst,
burst
yes.
conductor of electricity. So it really inhibits a lot of energy that is supposed to be not
and
there.
that gets trapped into your
It
body.
gets trapped.
भाई ये चप्पल वाला सीन ना ब्रो, मैंने थोड़ा इंटेंस कर दिया था. I never had the habit of wearing slippers in the house or मतलब था ही नहीं मेरे को. In fact मैं अपने एरिया में भी used to go, but हम लोग बैठे ना, so we had this, हम लोग चिल करने के लिए गार्डन नहीं बोलूंगा, like ग्राउंड है या फिर whatever, तो we used to remove our slippers and we used to sit like with them, you know, and so it was a part of it. But when I left home outside, तो मेरे जो साथ में लोग थे I used to stay with, they had the habit of wearing slippers in the house. I was like, I mean, okay, ठीक है. I mean, it's so. I was like, I like keeping my feet. If you always see, I'm always wearing socks. I don't like open footwear. I want socks and keep it
Shoes,
covered,
yeah.
like, you know. So I was like, I never thought about, for somebody who is so obsessed with socks and everything, I never thought about wearing a chappal in the house. Let's चल करके देखते हैं. And I got very obsessed with it. Like, ठीक है, एक चप्पल घर का था ही, मैं वो पहन रहा हूँ. मैंने एक और लेके आया. Then मैंने उसको थोड़ा crazy, मतलब मेरा रूम में आ रहा तो when if I'm going to sleep, I wanted another comfortable ones, like another one. I got into चप्पल, like I'm
सोने के टाइम पे?
हाँ, सोने के टाइम पे मतलब एक अलग चप्पल की. Now I'm ready to sleep, so I'm wearing another चप्पल. Just too soft and too cushiony and like something like that.
It's got into the chappal zone of life.
If it's in I'm in the hall room and everything, so that's if I'm in the kitchen and if I'm cooking something, so then it is a different chappal. And if I'm going out,
That
so
is
it's
next
a.
level obsession.
तो मैं obsessed हो गया. मेरा चप्पल बंद करने का reason was nothing to do with energy. I was like, you're going crazy. Just stop.
Getting carried away.
Like,
So now you get earthing slippers.
Yeah, earthing slippers, and also there are cotton footwears.
Oh.
कॉटन से ही बना था पूरा का पूरा. And very पतला सा फिल्म है जो तेरे को सिर्फ है कि
मैंने चप्पल भी पहनी. It's like a bikini thong, is it there? Is it not there?
ऐसा टाइप से. पर मस्त है वो चीज. मेरे को
I need to get those earthing slippers.
जो सुप्रीम का छोटा सा ना जो तू पहनता है उसमें एक
हाँ,
ये
हाँ,
आता
हाँ.
है. And the same thing मतलब ना क्लॉथ वर्जन.
Okay.
थोड़ा सा हार्ड रहता है वो.
Durable.
To make it durable and make it have a form in the first place. But it is really good. कुछ
ना पैर पे बनियन पहन के.
बेस्ट है. थोड़ा सा अच्छा भी लगता है. मैंने उसको उसका हुआ अभी.
तो link.
तो फिर
Okay.
yeah.
So I think we should wrap.
Yeah. So this was us.
नहीं, one thing
हाँ.
I think we should, the last thing मेरे को एक चीज पूछना था कि how do you think for the person that if you ever thought about it कि how would your 30s be or possibly your later 20s be and how let's consider 15 to 18 is the bracket of age कि जब तूने सोचा कि मेरा भी लाइफ कैसा है और 30s में कैसा होगा, so is there like a vast difference on how it was perception about life and anything that was there? For example, we were never into health.
Yeah.
Because
For me,
naturally it was happening to us.
For me, I think surprisingly good. I had no expectations, and I had a very difficult mental situation growing up. Like I feel like I was bipolar. I didn't get diagnosed, so
I remember you telling me this back in college.
So, but I read a lot of research about it, and it did feel like that. But I didn't see myself becoming this person who would be so interested in his own health. And it's not like I don't fuck up, man. Like
I mean, that's.
it's not like I don't fuck up. I think fucking up gives me more perspective to do better and better and better. But COVID helped me a lot, bro. I think COVID was a game changer, and we all lost people. It was a horrible time for many, but I'm very thankful for that period, bro.
Yeah.
I saw a fucking peacock on the street. A peacock was flying just randomly. I'm like, "Tu kya kar raha hai idhar?" It's like, you are in the cage. I am free.
Bro, मेरे को पता है जब गौरव और मैं सब हम लोग पहली बार मिले थे ना, in the early instances of us chilling together, तब हम लोग भी suddenly started talking about God and religion and what is our beliefs and stuff, and we were like हम लोग दोनों major atheist लोग थे, and हम लोग really बहुत छोटे थे. We even went to a ISKCON session once that was just outside
And he was especially interested in us.
Yeah.
He actually picked us from.
So that's the thing
many-
about atheists. Like even like somebody like the first thing you need to do to believe in something is to first not believing in anything,
Yeah.
and that's where you have to start. So everybody who is a preacher of religion is always interested in atheists who's like कि मैं तेरे पे भरोसा नहीं करता कि नहीं मैं किसी पे भरोसा नहीं करता हूँ. So for them that is their favorite mass of people to be speaking with.
But इसमें ना बहुत ज़्यादा shift आ गया. For a person who was like super, मतलब ये सब stories है and stuff like that, and then how he has dwelled so much into spirituality. I don't think so religion, but he's going into like if you can find a Bhagavad Gita on his desk now. He's reading stuff.
I'm chanting.
You are chanting.
I'm
also.
chanting also.
So मतलब मेरे में वो सब नहीं. I'm still an atheist. I have my own
No,
set of
but
beliefs and stuff.
Exactly, like you
spirituality
said, no, religion is not a part of it.
Yes, but
Because I understood, like, I'm understanding the meaning behind these things.
Yeah.
Like, that's why I have that Gayatri Mantra thing. Because Sanskrit is a technology. It's not a... You have to be a believer,
Yeah.
but Sanskrit is technology. It's actually emitting sounds that create reverberations and that heal you from inside. Changes your fucking molecular structure because you're vibrating at that sound. And even the way I say Om, every day it changes till I can find the right pitch. Every time I'm chanting Om also, I'm like, no, I need to feel it all the way, you know, like the vibration also keeps changing.
Yeah.
And it's a technology, like that's what I realized now.
वो जो movie था ना Arrival,
हाँ.
वो movie is basis मतलब whatever you're talking about now, the whole basis of this movie is that कि how a language can transform a whole civilization. कि वो movie का रहता है कि aliens come and because उनका क्या होता है कि we talk about like whatever I'm speaking is in a very linear form, right? There is a past, present and future in all the topics that we talk about in language in general, right? So उनमें होता है कि it's a circular language. So you are never talking about past, present and future, right? Because इतना wholesome होता है कि you can see the future. That is the whole idea of the language. So basically उन लोग aliens आते हैं and they give that technology to humans, and that is how a lot of things change in the whole civilization. Because we were getting to the nearing end, and उन लोग आते हैं, they give us the technology. For the first time, alien is not here to fuck with us.
Yeah.
But to
And not in
enable
New
us.
York. Was he in New York also?
It was obviously in US.
That's how Hollywood
But
does
वो
it.
होता है कि सब जगह पे
US ही आता है।
US और New
नहीं,
York
पर
में
उसमें है कि
क्या-
सब जगह का वर्ल्ड में सब जगह पे एक बहुत बड़ा एक almond shape का ही आता है.
Remember that happening earlier in last year, like monoliths appearing randomly in different places of
That
the
was
world?
a guy.
Huh?
That was a guy.
अच्छा, finally that's done, right?
Yeah.
Crack हो गया था, okay.
वो metal
हाँ bro,
Shiny metal thing.
Read
Like the
copy
मैं
back
तो
to
पूरा
old movies.
उसका subreddit के rabbit hole में घुस के मतलब
मैं भी घुसा था वो टाइम पे और मैं उसके
तेरे बंदे ने-
movies देख रहा हूँ पुराने which had the exact same kind of
नहीं पर
plot.
निकाला एक बंदे ने वीडियो निकाला वो लगाते हो जाके ऐसा रात में रखा था ग्रैंड कैनियन वाला भी पता सही
अच्छा
पर नॉट श्योर कि वो बंदे नहीं बाकी सारे भी लगे पर एनीवे
हाँ, but लगाया ही है किसी ने। जैसे Banksy का लगा।
okay so what is this
what did you ask? In a long time of that conversation.
your past self how it perceived life and your current
okay.
self and how you're
Changing.
I mean how has it changed how have you changed
So most of my past was all about free falling into things. Absolutely no thought. Zero. Need education, need work,
Just
need,
jump into it.
impulsive behavior at max. मतलब, I was ready to gamble of anything against that impulse.
Yeah.
You know, to ride on it. So that has changed a lot.
Same.
A lot. मतलब, the way I treat people has changed a lot. I think one of these podcasts you had mentioned this earlier. That the way we treat money has changed. The way we treat people has changed. The way we see our parents has changed.
Yes.
So that has something that has. I'm spending a lot more time with my parents right now. A lot more, like, and I can see that change, both in me and my parents about it. All of that, and I'm trying to control. Somebody had told me or had read it or what that the closest way to control your destiny is by choosing the people you want to be with.
Of course, yes.
You know, so yeah, so that's the closest way you can control your destiny, and that's how the world works. Is what I've realized. So I have started doing it. I don't be with people anymore who only tell you, only screw with you. Like, you know, you do something. Like, for example, last weekend, if that happened, right? So if somebody I don't want friends who would meet me the next weekend or the day after be like, "Kya fuck up kiya bro tune kal?" And like there are 4 people just giggling about it and having fun. That's important. That's good. But you need also the same set of people to tell you that what, maybe you're going through this and that this is something you need to work on, so that you have a better time the next time you chill with, which both of you all did actually. So that's what I look for in people. That I don't want to be with people who just want to fuck around and do their own shit. No. If I want to be spending time with you, that has to be like, it could be at any level, be it a date,
feels right.
Be it a date, be it a friend, be it anybody. If you can't do that, we can't be together.
Yes.
You will always be an acquaintance.
Yes.
That's one. So these things have changed, and I think these things are bringing a lot of change in my present right now. As far as the future is concerned, I am looking at being consistent with it and getting that better. So I think it is going to improve. I'm trying to change a lot of things in me right now. Doing it, failing sometimes, again getting back to it, but it's a process. So
a friend of mine told me recently that the only way to be happy or possibly have like a interesting life is to completely change the whole perspective on life in every 5 years. Every 5 years, you live a new life, and it will. And I have seen him. I have known him for the past 8 years, and I have seen 3 different persons, and all of them a very different version of him. But all of them, he's become much more milder, much more calmer, but a very happy person. Like in the past 8 years, from a very aggressive, always trying to fuck people up, and not because he's trying to do that, but he's exploring different things, embracing a lot of things.
And I was very temperamental.
Yeah,
also.
so he was
very angry.
Angry तो था, but that was his nature in general. But वो calmer हो गया. But it's just not about that. It's about embracing a lot of other things and a lot of new perspectives. पहले because I used to work with him, he was my art guy. And मैं उसका कुछ भी जाए आए चिट्ठी वापस आएगा, तो लोगों को समझता नहीं ये काम करने ऐसा. That was his first line. But now it's like हाँ bro बोलना तेरे को क्या लगता है, ये shows design तेरा perspective क्या है. In that sense, that is like a major shift. So वो जो perspective changes and perspective समझना किसी और का understanding होना वो बहुत बड़ी बात है, and वो embrace करना it changes. I think that's a very good thing if you can change your life in every 5 years. It's a good thing. So as a kid, the point is कि as a kid I used to do a lot of things. ये भी करो because I was brought up like that. ये भी तू कर सकता है, वो भी तू कर सकता है. So the point is like you said, you were free falling into stuff. For me, I was always, because I was doing so many things, I did not know what I wanted to do. So I was always living in the fear of unknown. I was constantly always afraid. So मेरे को like होता है ना कि all that glitters is not gold, but मेरे को मालूम है कि this is glittering, now I'll go to that.
Go to that, yeah.
And it's everything something glitters, I'll go to that. And because of that कि मेरे को मालूम अगर मैं एक चीज में रहा और मैं शायद फेल हो गया तो I will be heartbroken. Right. तो मैं वो डर से, वो पता ही नहीं कि क्या होने वाला है, पर वो डर से I did not
branch out करने लगा इधर.
So but now I have like really taken into consider the fact that I need to control this. Irrespective of whatever is going to happen, that will be my decision. That will be a result of what I put into it, right? And ऐसा नहीं कि जो हो रहा है वो होने देगा. मतलब I'll just put efforts and not think about what is going to come into picture, into my life, how is it going to turn. मैं कंट्रोल करता हूँ लाइफ को कि दिस इज माय गोल, दिस इज शॉर्ट टर्म. मेरे को कल ये करना है तो आज मेरे को ये करना है. आई हैव टू हैव दैट कंट्रोल इन माय लाइफ, प्रॉपर पैटर्न. आई लाइक टू हैव अ पैटर्न लेटली. अभी रिसेंटली आई लाइक पैटर्न, एंड वो पैटर्न से मेरे को ग्रोथ मिल रहा है. मेंटली भी मैं काफी चीजें, एंड ऑल्सो द फैक्ट दैट मैं डरता नहीं हूँ. पहले मैं बहुत डरपोक था इन द सेंस, मतलब ऐसा नहीं कि मारा मारे से डरने वाला सीन नहीं, बोल रहा कि लाइफ से मैं बहुत डरता था कि अगर मैं कुछ करूंगा so this is going to fuck up. So that fear of unknown is not there because I've started taking control, and that's a major shift. मैं कभी सोचा नहीं था कि that will ever happen to me, and that helped me to build my confidence and this and that, and possibly because my dad passed away and that made me the man of the family types. तो मेरे को था कि I have to man up now. I have to take charge of things. So that is how it came into being, and COVID ने और भी ज़्यादा accentuate किया उसको. मतलब मैं कभी सोच ही नहीं सकता था कि I could have been this person. Of course, there is a lot of learning, lot of growing.
Of course. But we're just grateful for where we are right now.
Yeah, but the point is, I am working to that. I am not expecting it to happen by itself. So that is like the major shift that has happened to me over the years, and I am like thankful to myself. वो Snoop Dogg बोलता है ना, first person I would like to thank
me.
is me.
Myself.
So yeah. Anyway, so that's
Yeah, bro, that's a
talking lot
beautiful
about myself,
thing.
but I think
No, I think,
It's
and
important.
one of the, I think, common things that I've realized just hearing us three is we've started to recognize what matters.
Yeah.
We started to recognize what feels good and what we want to do.
And no more long run things like long run.
Yeah, like even my mother
that's why
says,
Manmohan Singh guy like on this in the long run everyone is dead. It doesn't matter like
that's so true,
in
bro.
the long run everybody's dead. So I'm talking about
I
like
speaks
they're
so
talking
little.
Yeah, you know bombs. Yeah, bro.
So, I think that sums up most of
Yes.
what we are experiencing, what we used to experience. Yeah. So I guess that was the episode, guys.
We hope you liked it.
yeah. So we try to put in a lot of our own experiences and how things are from how we look at things and how it is happening with us.
Yeah.
So
I mean, that's the only way we can decipher anything through our own experience.
but do let us know how Sajesh looks.
Comments.
Just
You are going
Like-
to look seriously a lot more.
if you are watching.
Just remember who he is.
Thank you guys.
Thank you.
कुछ करते ब्रो